Hi, Jane. Thanks for sending in your essays for correction. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the tutors here at IELTSpodcast.com. And thank you for sending me your grades before. Well done on those. You've got exams coming up very soon, I hear, and you're trying to get a 7 overall. Okay, so let's look at this. This is a good task one. So the bar chart illustrates how many cars of three brands were sold in 9 European countries in the year of 2018. Good, fine. Overall, Belgium had the lowest car sales, whereas, good, nice contrasting word, good, Hungary the highest. Moreover, the three car brands had unbalanced popularity in most of these countries. That's fine. I was just going to say maybe instead there was no overarching preference for one brand over another. Yeah? So overarching is similar to overall. So there was no overarching preference instead of unbalanced popularity. I think unbalanced popularity doesn't quite sound right, does it? So I would go for that instead. So car sales of the three brands were quite balanced. So careful, because here you said it was unbalanced. In three countries. In three, in three countries only, then. I think you need that contrasting word there because, you heard, I had misunderstood that. I thought you were contradicting yourself. Okay, in Hungary, um, a little. Uh, I think you just made a little typo here, maybe. Do you want to say the total of just below? Just clarify that a little bit, maybe. Uh, so the total of just below 400. Now it's 400,000. Careful, so you should say here 400,000. Sorry, no. Car purchases were split approximately equally among the three brands. While going to while the next, because to connect it, the next highest car sales were in France at a little more than 200,000 cars. Apart from BMW cars at approximately 120,000, then Ford and Audi had similar sales at about 100,000. Okay. Now, are we still talking about just those three countries? Because I'm a little bit confused. Balanced in three countries, but then which ones? Are we talking about Hungary? Yep. Hungary, France, you mentioned, and Poland. Is that your other one of the three? So of these three, Hungary, France, Poland. Okay. Similar sales. 120,000 were sold in total in Poland, where, link this together with a connecting word. This is all about connecting the arguments, where BMW cars had quite similar popularity in most countries. Well, most, all of them, or most of those three. Be careful here. I'm getting confused, and if I'm confused, then the examiner will be confused. Okay, so you've got really good content here. The words are great, and it's very interesting. But careful, I'm a bit confused as to which countries you're referring to all the time. And then 72,000 were sold in most countries apart from Belgium. Okay. Do you see my problem? Yeah? So you've balanced in three countries, and then it's logical that from there you tell me about those three countries. So stick to those three countries, and then any other information, so like the Belgium thing, should come into that paragraph, really. In contrast, in the remaining countries, Ford and Audi had greater disparity concerning sales. Ford was more popular in three countries, whereas, or compared to. We need to get these comparative words here. So put compared to and Holland. So put in that, which is your comparison. Holland, where, and then get into a relative clause here, about 130 cars were sold, followed by UK, where where people bought. Yeah, you don't need to have where people there. Where people bought about 100, accounting for half. Yeah, and you must have this all in thousands. Yeah. In Belgium, Ford cars made up almost all of the, yeah, Belgian cars were or represented the most popular choice. So all the time I'm looking at these superlatives and comparatives. This is the kind of language the examiner is going to be looking for at about 80. Okay. However, Audi sales were worse than where? Worse. So that's than, because you're opening up a comparative, but I'm not sure what you're comparing to, apart from Germany and Poland, where sales were 130, okay, respectively. All right, Jane, it's a very good answer. There's lots of really, really good things here. My problem is just the coherence and the clarity. So your organization is good. So opening sentence, overall sentence, two details, paragraph of details, which is fine. Just within here, I need to know exactly which countries you're talking about. So make sure it's very clear, and then use as much as possible the comparative language and the superlatives. Okay, but very, very good. You're on track there. So international marketing is sometimes seen as invasive. Okay, and well done, because marketing, we're talking about advertising. So you've understood that, which is really good. With the globalization, you could have the recent trend towards globalization, but you can't have the globalization because it is abstract. So you'd have to say with globalization or with the recent trend towards globalization. Marketing of products and cultures has spread all over the world. Now, I'm highlighting the words you should not use because these words are in the question. Okay? Do not use, certainly not in the introduction, don't use the same words as in the question. You need to paraphrase. Use different words. So I like using three things. So products, innovations, and other ways of life. Yeah? And then you need to have plural verb, have, spread all over the world. Try and use three things. It's a very effective way of writing. It also develops it shows the examiner your lexis, your vocabulary, and it shows the examiner you can develop an idea. Some critics, so we always say who these people are. Some critics think it is intrusive. Now, we're not going to use that word because they've got it here. I know you've changed it, but put something completely different in there. Damaging. To some countries, however, you don't need a full stop. However, others believe it's unavoidable, and apart from broadcasting soft cultures, it can be regarded as a kind of education. Okay, I'll give you that. Both ideas will be discussed below. No. You can't. Maybe a double-edged sword. All right, okay, it's a double-edged sword, and the drawbacks. All right, okay. All right. I'll give you that because you've done it very well. I wouldn't say it is. I'd say it may be. That's why I'm just hesitating. May be a double-edged sword. Okay, put that in there rather than is. Maybe a double-edged sword. Okay, good. All right, that's nice. International marketing poses some problems to some countries. No, this is too vague. Yeah, do you see what I mean? It's very general. Let's get into something more specific here. Okay, so another word from some. Okay, particular or specific even problems to developing countries or some developing countries such as some Asian cultures or such as some African cultures. You've done the introduction. Here you need to get into the body of the essay. So you need to use something, not the general words. Use some proper specific examples here. First, it may homogenize different cultures with a global spread of cultural industry. What do you mean by that? Cultural industry, such as, giving some examples here. You're going to talk about Hollywood films, which is interesting. Okay, but I'm going to say, such as the cafe culture, which is this idea of Starbucks everywhere. Cafe culture, yeah, a Western taste in clothes, and the film industry. Okay, so again, three things where it's had an impact that may be good, that may not be good. Particularly the case of the American Hollywood industry, which has helped American culture become dominant through its movies. Good. Second, it's movies, blah, 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 which we can see all over the world, in any country, always in American. And what's it selling? It's selling the American dream, the American way of life. Develop a bit more. Second, international marketing also threatens ENS, minority languages. Such as, give me an example of a minority language. This is because the majority of products or services are provided and advertised in English. Good. Causing more people who speak native minority languages to study. Okay. Causing or encouraging could be a good thing. In the long term, fewer people, they can still speak their native languages. And people feel confident using their native languages, maybe. They can still speak them. And may prefer to communicate. Whoops. English. Sorry, spelling today. Not going fast enough. Here we go. Okay? English capital E. So good paragraph. You've got some really, really nice ideas here, Jane. All I'm doing is developing it. So if you want to be thinking about band sevens, you need to be doing exactly what I'm showing you here. Develop your ideas. Your sentences are fine, but they're leaving me asking questions. So I want you to fill in the information that I'm asking questions. I want you to develop it more. In contrast, global marketing could also benefit education. Now, could also benefit education, particularly what? Because that education is enormous. So what? With the development of internet and global, now it's always the internet, capital I, always, always, always. That's so important. Please remember that. The internet, always. And global economy. There have been online education platforms. There have been, why don't you say there has been a huge increase in, online education platforms which provide knowledge available at lower prices. At lower prices compared to one place education. Yes. Thanks to international broadcast thanks to the many users in remote areas can easily access. You don't access to, you just access straight away an enormous amount of knowledge for self-advancement. Good. Self-advancement. Professional. Let's do 3 again. Training and personal development. Yeah. See what I'm doing here? Again, adding in 3 things. So the examiner is going to go, wow, good vocab here. And also it's a very nice style when you write to do that. Some healthy lifestyles. But instead of some, so additionally, use a good connecting word here. Additionally, some healthy lifestyles or healthy lifestyle ideas are broadcast while marketing products. For example, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, and so what was the benefit? Helping them to offer a better nutrition to their children. Really, really lovely example, but finish the example, yeah? So this explains why that was a good thing. Okay? To conclude, both views have their merits. Yes, now, this is where I'm cautious, okay? I want your opinion. So you cannot sit on the fence. You see what I mean? You need to decide, yes, I like that idea, or no, I don't like that idea. So you could put, to conclude, although it is true that global marketing may lead to minority languages, and then you would not have but. I believe that. They also provide easy access to broader, yeah. Why don't you say important learning and knowledge? Okay, from my perspective, problems caused can be avoided. Yeah, really nice. Okay, Jane, I'm really impressed. It's a good essay you've written here. I hope the corrections have helped you. I know your exam's coming up soon. If you want more corrections, however, have a look at the course, which is really, really good, and I think you would race through it. You can go fast if you work really hard. You can go fast through the course. And it offers you lots of corrections like this, lots of little videos which will really help you on the organisation of your essay, on vocabulary. Have a look online, you'll find more details on it. There's a special offer at the moment, including some free essay corrections. But really good, and good luck with the exams, and well done.